Welcome to Final Underwriting Submission for GUS Applications, presented by USDA's Single Family Housing Guaranteed Loan Program. The training objectives include validating the application and successfully completing a final underwriting submission to USDA. Before attempting a final underwriting submission to USDA, select Validate Application from the GUS Navigation toolbar. If there are any warnings or errors on GUS application pages, these must be corrected before a final underwriting submission can be completed. This slide displays a validation request where there is an error on a GUS application page. When errors are present, the Submit Application Errors page will display and list the following: the page association. The specific GUS application page will be listed where the error is located. Borrower. If the error is specific to one or more borrowers, they will be listed. Preliminary/final. GUS will list if the error is required to be corrected before a preliminary and/or a final underwriting submission may be executed. And a description of the error. GUS will state the error that requires correction. This page may be printed for ease of review, or the user may select Close to return to the GUS application. This slide displays a No Errors Found validation result. This GUS application is ready for a final underwriting submission. The user may now proceed to the Credit/Underwriting page. Under Select Request you would like to submit, choose Request Final Underwriting and Submission to Rule Development. If the loan file received an Accept Underwriting recommendation, but the underwriter determined it must be downgraded to a Refer, the Manually Downgrade Application section must be available for completion. Please refer to the Credit Underwriting Training module for more details regarding completing this section. Users must ensure the additional sections of the Credit Underwriting Application page are also complete prior to a final submission, and this includes the contact information and the conditional commitment recipients. When all of the information is completed, select Submit. A pop-up box will appear. You have requested a final submission of the application to USDA. Please verify the contact information is correct. This is important as USDA will contact this person if there are any questions regarding the application. If correct, press OK. If the contact information needs correction, press the Cancel button, and by selecting Cancel, the user will return to the GUS application page with no underwriting submission executed. When the user proceeds forward from the previous pop-up box, a new one will appear to confirm the submission. Please read the entire message displayed on the slide. The user is certifying that all information on forms, attachments submitted to USDA was provided by the user. Remember, the user executing these actions has their e-authentication ID captured in GUS. All statements are true and correct. If the user submits false statements or willingly misrepresents the loan file, they may be punished by fine, imprisonment, or both. Are you sure you want to submit the package? Select Yes or No. When a successful final underwriting submission is complete, the final GUS Underwriting Findings Report will display. The red message at the top reminds users that they must print these findings, retain them in their permanent case file, confirm all conditions noted on the findings are met, and it reminds the user that they are now locked out of the application and no changes may be made to the GUS application data fields unless USDA releases the loan back to the lender. The user may continue to upload documents until the agency issues a conditional commitment. The user can now await the issuance of the conditional commitment from USDA. Once the final GUS Underwriting Findings Report is obtained, and the lender must read the whole report, some messages change or appear based on the final underwriting recommendation. Determine the documentation that is required based on the final underwriting report. Many lenders fail to see a GUS Accept loan has now been selected for a full documentation loan review. This results in an incomplete loan application sent to USDA. By reviewing the full underwriting findings report, users will avoid review delays. Refer to Attachment 15-A of the Technical Handbook to find the file type and all required documentation. Once the documentation is stacked appropriately according to the checklist, the user can upload these files into GUS. As a reminder, the appraiser is uploaded separately in order to retain the full color photographs. Also, as a reminder, USDA cannot review incomplete loan applications. Therefore, avoid loan submissions with missing or no documentation by ensuring the findings report has been reviewed and attachment 15-A is used to prepare the required information. In order to minimize the need to release the GUS loan for correction or updates, here are a few helpful tips. 1. Ensure all data entered on the GUS application pages is supported with documentation. 2. Ensure the data matches. The data entered on the GUS application pages must match the Uniform Residential Loan Application, Form RD 355521, and the Underwriting Transmittal Summary if applicable. To avoid last-minute loan increases, submit the loan the first time with a maxed-out request. For example, if your loan request at the time of submission is $184,250, but the appraised value is $185,000, assuming a 1% upfront guarantee fee, the maximum loan request under 7 CFR 3555 would be $186,868.68. If the loan is eligible to support this request, USDA will issue a conditional commitment, Form RD 3555-18, for this amount. This will help lenders to avoid the requirement to request a release of the loan due to last-minute upward adjustments, which many times are for extremely small amounts. GUS loan files must be released for correction and the current conditional commitment voided when 1. The loan amount increases, 2. The interest rate increases, 3. There is a decrease in income or assets, 4. Borrowers are added or deleted from the loan application, 5. The property is altered through a negative change such as an increase in sales price or a decrease in the appraised value entered into GUS, or finally 6. Any additional adverse changes that would negatively affect the loan application. GUS loan files do not have to be released for correction when a conditional commitment has been issued, when the loan amount decreases, the interest rate decreases, there is an increase in assets. Be mindful of income asset calculation required under 3555.1552D. Liabilities decrease, or before a conditional commitment is issued, there are missing documents to render the loan file complete. Lenders may upload documents into the GUS loan application at any time until GUS issues a conditional commitment. Please sign up for GovDelivery messages. USDA sends out origination, including GUS and servicing messages, to alert lenders of new publications, clarifications, and additional program updates. Thank you for supporting the USDA Single Family Housing Guarantee Loan Program. We appreciate the opportunity to help you serve more rural home buyers. This will conclude the training module. Thank you and have a great day.